How's it going today? 2nd of April, Tuesday, and we are taking a look at the market. I had just review close to 20 different applications. I have reached out to a couple of people with regards to some of the opportunities. Let's see if we can actually progress with some of those, since some of those applications would be doing business with other businesses, and all they some of those funds would be allocated to solve very particular problems. So not necessarily for, I would say, everyone, I guess, but either way. In this video, let's take a look at one of those funds being made available that renew funding to drive strategic investment in Freeports and investment zones. From all opportunities made available, I think this particular opportunity would be most important. I had reached out to some of the Freeports. There's no response, by the way. On the response that I had received, most reasonable response after the capital, at least people out there, they understand what's going on. Other than that, some of the ports responded that it's too early for them. So initiative free ports are gonna be live for another 7 years or so. By the time you got everything in place, your tax incentives why you should be doing it would go away with that type of speed. I don't know, because some people had to fill in a lot of forms to apply with the central government to take part in the free ports. They had to file so many different documents, and then you reaching out to those people. There's no response for comment or anything. Just a quick note. But either way, though, let's take a look at perhaps there might be some financial incentives and taking part in this initiative and bringing more prosperity to underperforming regions within the UK, I guess. And they already have ports, so perhaps it's not the interest within some of those ports to bring new businesses in. Perhaps they might say this, but I don't know. But if anything, try it for yourself, right? Perhaps it's just my personal experience, or reaching out to some of these people. But either way, let's try to understand this opportunity a little bit better. Let's try to understand that initial information that I managed to find. That would be the investment opportunity fund has been established to complement the objectives of the investment zones and Freeports programs, which seeks to develop clusters in areas in need leveling up, right? I don't know. So if there's a teams, right? So let's break it down. So some of the feedback that I'm offering, right? So there's a teams, and I would say administration staff. One that I'm reaching out to, this staff perhaps has been kept in the dark as of now. So if those people don't understand what's going on, I think it's very important for them to understand what's going on as of now. Perhaps someone within the team, perhaps they're very reasonable people. Otherwise, they won't necessarily, those towns within the UK not necessarily would have this opportunity in the first place. They not necessarily would have it if they don't understand what's happening. What are you doing? So someone in the team has to know what's going on. What are you doing? So why those administration staff people are there? I don't know. I don't know what you're doing, by providing a separate source of funding that government will use to help unlock strategic significant investment from specific companies in three areas. It supports both national and all local economic priorities. At least it should. So it should improve the local economy's output, right? And developing opportunities, more prosperity. But the fund is intended to provide flexible, agile pot of funding that government can use to secure and respond to opportunities as they emerge. Projects that could be suitable to support based on the following initial parameters. Based in Freeport or investment zone, a project must help unlock new investment from a specific company. Project must be within one of the government's five priority sectors. I think they, just to put things in perspective, I think they would be looking for green energy, renewables, all these kind of good things, right? So perhaps there's some high value sectors. I would define those without costing more, I guess. But either way, the government expects the fund to be used to urgent, well-developed investment proposals. The funding request must fall between the minimum value of 1 million as a maximum of 25 million. So that's amounts that we are talking about, right? Let's delve a little bit deeper and try to understand what this whole initiative is all about. We're talking about 1 million potentially here. I'll jump into the point while this opportunity might be a lot of at least for some, they should understand the history and some of the Freeports initiatives that was taking place in other parts of the world, right? Places like China. So they have this initiative, right? So people perhaps they should do a little bit more of their own research before taking part in of that, as well as how much of that would align with what UK is planning of doing and how well UK is, as of now, executing on its targets. I'm talking a lot about fun, but people should take these kind of things more seriously, right? So there's the contact information there for next steps. I'll share that. Perhaps there might be a person, this person might know what he's doing. Not necessarily administration staff within some of those reports. Not necessarily they would know what to do. They've been told to. I have to reply to emails, but that's about it. So once that's been said, let's take a look at the entire article. It's something that was published, but contact information is there. And if you would like to perhaps reach out to this person and say hi, here, this person might be able to answer questions of potential investments and how much you might be interested in investing when it comes to place or things like a labor cost, well, manufacturing within UK. How much of that is worth your time? But either way. Then with that being said, let's take a look at the entire article. Perhaps there's other places in the world like South Asia or the other places where manufacturing or labor costs are way, way lower. But either way, let's see what we can find within this article. I haven't read it yet. Let's perhaps delve a little bit deeper and try to understand what all this initiative is all about. It's about 10, perhaps 20 minutes read. Either way, the election case for action and objectives. The government has ambitious plans for growth, rooted in long-term decisions to strengthen the economy by boosting productivity and increase number of highly skilled workers and good jobs. At the heart of this plan is focus on unlocked private investment, fostering innovation and catalyst for growth industries of the future and all ensuring benefits of growth and felt by communities across the country. At autumn, September 2023, the Council announced the government's intention to establish new investment opportunity fund available over 5 years to secure specific name private investment in investment zones and free ports across the country. Okay. So there are some models, right? And those models seems to be performing very well. And the UK is taking notice of some of those models and see if they can implement some of those models within the UK. The investment opportunity fund will complement the objectives of investment zone and Freeport programs, which seek to develop clusters in areas in need of leveling up by providing separate source of funding that government will use to help unlock strategically significant investment from specific companies in these areas in support for both national and or local economy priorities, right? Some of those areas are very underperforming. So just be careful of that. Perhaps other areas are performing way, way better, but that's a part of the joy of doing business with some other people. Some of those areas so underperforming, perhaps leadership. People within these areas uh, has no clue. Some of the people have no clue. Leadership team, what's going on? Worth mentioning, right? This document sets out further details on fund objectives, parameters, the broad criteria that government will consider when identifying potential opportunities and the next steps for delivery, right? Entire article is going to be very long and a lot of data. I don't know. I find it might be interesting with some of the data might be interested or entire deal. People might be interested in packaging and a very shiny wrapper, so to say. But people on the ground who know what's actually happening with some of those zones and all those kind of things, and some of the leadership teams and all this struggle, it could be a very hard thing to do. So perhaps a word of caution. I don't know if it's worth reading entire article. I can share perhaps no close this video what I would think might be important, but the entire article might be a waste of everyone's time. Let's take a look at perhaps what will be important for many people that today. What can funding be used for? The guiding principle of investment opportunity fund will be focused on projects that will secure new private investment from a specific named company. For example, this could be supporting an express of expansion of the business with existing presence of strategic importance to the region, securing the investment into the region, or unlocking significant private research and development investment. This is what they're looking to. I would hire people who don't know what they're doing with their money. Go ahead, go ahead, and waste it. So instead of you wasting 10,000, you can waste 5 million, establishing all the infrastructure, right? So it works on the paper, I guess, unless you are risking your own capital, then you might be more careful with the entire structure what you do it. Based on the experience of the government funds such as the Exceptional Regional Growth Fund and OK Share Prosperity Fund. Yeah, both of those are focusing a lot on the assets and or infrastructure, the important things, right? It doesn't say percentage, but more than likely they're going to be looking for perhaps a match funding. But either way, we expect funding could be used for a region to project that broadly fall with the following categories, right? Specifically on target enabling work, while the Freeports and investment fund programs help create new wider conditions to attract investment. In some cases, a specific company will have a very specific ask to unlock new or further investments. For example, the investment opportunity fund could improve the construction of the access road infrastructure otherwise to connect site to motorway and be used remedied contaminated land on part of fund capital construction costs of new laboratory space or facilities that could potentially be used for research and development, and mapping the inherent uncertainty resilience plan private investment projects that could enable other investment will be taken account of partnerships working with the company. We have so many different requirements and some, I don't know, the direct support, all these kind of things. It might be a waste of everyone's time. At least it's new initiative and government has some ideas of you coming in and investing a lot of in infrastructure. At least government is doing something, right? Let's close on that. Thanks for watching. See you next one.